Welcome to the Cox Community Connection, highlighting organizations, events, and people from around our local community.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Cox Community Connection. We have a fabulous show in store for you this month. We're going to talk with little arts and crafts in Fort Walton Beach. We'll also talk classical music in downtown Pensacola and plenty of seafood across the Gulf Coast. The first one is taking place in downtown Pensacola, which is what we'll talk about now. We have Kurt Morse and Lisa Combs. They're with Fiesta Five Flags. They're on the Seafood Committee. They're the chairman and co-chair.
Yes.
Thank you both so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Cam.
So let's talk about the Pensacola Seafood Festival. Obviously a big event in downtown Pensacola. Can you give me the dates and the location of this year's event?
Well, just like always, it's in the heart of Pensacola, in Seville Park. It covers all three parks that are downtown that are adjacent to Bayfront Parkway. So we're really looking forward to a super seafood festival this year. It's actually the last weekend in September. So it runs the 26th, 27th, and 28th.
Okay, for people that have never been before, tell me a little bit about what to expect. Obviously, plenty of seafood comes with the name, but what are some other things people can see when they come down?
Well, it's going to be a great combination of all the things that are great and rich about Pensacola. Not only seafood, obviously, and we're going to really feature that in one of our venues called A Taste of Pensacola. But there's going to be things for kids to do. There'll be entertainment for grown-ups. There'll be sports. There'll be places to go, things to see, and it'll all culminate into what we anticipate as being the perfect weekend for people to come to Pensacola and see.
And Lisa, let's talk a little bit. You mentioned the entertainment. Obviously,
Yes.
That's one of the
Very
big draws
exciting.
down there.
Very exciting.
Can you give us a little rundown of some of the highlights
Sure,
that we have
we
for
can.
this year's event?
And keep in mind, this is a free festival,
Absolutely. We do want to
which
mention
is
that.
really incredible. Our big our music will start at 5 p.m. on Friday. That's the 26th.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have a Hotel Oscar, Bo Henry Band, and our headliner for that evening is J.J. Gray and Mofro. So that's very exciting.
Very
exciting. Saturday we'll kick off at 1 p.m. with our headliner at 8:30, the Revitalists from New Orleans, and they have a huge following. So
Absolutely.
I think the numbers of people coming out are going to be really surprising. Sunday we'll go from 12:45 with Nick in the Overalls, and at 3 p.m. Cole Vosbury, who, if anybody's a Voice fan, they saw him participate in that show as Blake Shelton's protege. So it's really exciting.
So a great lineup for this year's event.
Yeah, really exciting.
And you mentioned also, Kurt, the new edition for this year with the or expanded edition as well with the kids area. Tell me a little bit about what you have in store there and what the kids are able to do while maybe mom and dad can walk around and look at some of the arts and crafts. What can the kids do during that time of the festival?
Well, usually it's been focused on arts and crafts and just activities that kids can do, but we're bringing a huge educational component to it this year. From Carabel, Florida, we're bringing in a mobile lab. It's essentially touch tanks and educational things so kids can interact with marine life. So they can actually get their hands on a horseshoe crab. They can touch a sea ray. They can do those things, and there's an educational component. We want them to understand the value of conservation and environmentalism so that we can preserve those great things about our Gulf Coast that we all love and depend on.
Great things about the Gulf Coast. The segues you guys are giving me are just perfect here. You talked about Taste of Pensacola just a little bit, but the Gulf to the Table is something we were talking about a little bit before we started rolling. Let's talk a little bit about those two events or those two setups and kind of how they're able to spotlight local chefs and local restaurants.
Sure. You know, for years we've been featuring seafood through all of our vendors, which that is an important part of any festival, as you know. But what we want to really bring to light is our love and dependence on great Gulf seafood. So we've asked 12 of our marquee restaurateurs here in Pensacola to come to our Taste of Pensacola and present to people what true great seafood tastes like. So we've got companies like Fisherman's Corner, we've got Chet's, we've got quite a number of people that are going to bring their special dishes and present them in our Taste of Pensacola, which is truly bringing the Gulf to the table.
And Lisa, we talked about the seafood, obviously, in the kids area, but there's other things for people to do as well with the crafts and things like that. Can you tell us a little bit about what people can expect when they walk around the Seafood Festival?
Yes, they can just go crazy. And it's going to be, like I said, over 150 arts and crafts vendors, plenty of different types of vendors, jewelry, painting, wood crafts. There's something for every member of your family to do. And that'll be woven through mixed with food vendors that'll be lined up on Government and Alkanese. The arts and crafts vendors will fill over into Fountain Park, up and down Zaragoza, so there's plenty to shop for.
So you have shopping for mom. You have
do.
the kids area, of course, for the little ones, and then the sports bar because it is college football season.
We do. We
you
won't
will have
leave that
the sports
out.
bar set up for
With
dad.
televisions.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, if y'all could please give me the date one more time, and then a website where people can go to get more information.
The dates are Friday, September 26th through Sunday, the 28th. We'll roll at 11 a.m. on Friday and end the festival at 5 p.m. on Sunday.
Okay, perfect. And then it's fiesta5flags.org, right?
.org.
Perfect. Lisa and Kurt, thank you all both so much for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having
Cam.
us.
Stay with us. When we come back, we'll talk with the Pensacola Symphony Orchestra.